Good day to everybody. I hope all is well with you. And for today, I will be discussing Module 5, Unit 1. And this is entitled Product Ideation. And from the title itself, it means this is the section where we would now like to produce our ideas for a certain product that we would like to introduce. And our learning outcome for this one is for you to be able to discuss at the end of the section the significance of creativity and innovation in the area of your specialization. So our target here is for you to be the future entrepreneurs in your field of specialization. So let's start our discussion. The first one is creativity. And the generation of ideas that result in the improved efficiency or effectiveness of a system. So that's the meaning of creativity. So generation of ideas. Okay? And another thing that we need to note in the definition is that the generation of ideas that result in the improved efficiency. Okay? In the improved efficiency. So meaning there is now an increase in the level of efficiency or the effectiveness of a system. So that's what creativity is. And what are some characteristics of a creative climate? So in your module, there are several things that are still listed there. I did not include them in this slide. I have just chosen some characteristics that I would like to share. So the first one is open channels of communication among all business members. And this is very important. So if you want to have a creative climate, you need to be open in your communication channels. And this must be for all business members. So here, you need to, when we say open communication, we don't just share what we know, we must also be willing to listen. And here we must be able to communicate the things that we want clearly, and as much as possible we can share it in the simplest form so that everybody will be able to understand what we want to share to them or what we want to come up with. And also again, as I have mentioned, communication does not mean that it's only a one-way communication. We must also learn how to listen. So another characteristic is a willingness to accept change. So if you want to be creative, you must be willing to accept change. You cannot just insist on what is already existing and be content with that. Remember, whenever entrepreneurship is involved, there must always be competition. Therefore, you must be willing to adapt change so that you can cope with the market. Third is an enjoyment in experimenting new ideas. Of course, that's being creative. Experimenting new ideas. So do not fear in working with new ideas that you come up with. And little fear of negative consequences for making a mistake. So again, not all ideas that we may introduce will always have a positive result. Sometimes it may have negative consequences, but that's part of being creative. We must not fear if just in case there will be some mistakes along the way. Remember, we must always learn from our mistakes so that when we go to another opportunity to be creative, we will not commit the same mistake. Innovation. This time, innovation is the process by which entrepreneurs convert opportunities into marketable ideas. Okay? Being innovative. So that is now the time the entrepreneur will convert the ideas into opportunities. And this is a combination of the vision to create a good idea and the perseverance and dedication to remain with the concept through implementation. And it is just simply invention plus commercialization. So it is the time that we now introduce what we have invented to the market. That's innovation. And the importance of innovation to organization. competitive pressure, and the need to survive. So as I have mentioned time and time again, every time we consider entrepreneurship, there will always be competition. And competition will always give us pressure. That's why if we will not be innovative in our products or in our ideas, we will be left behind. So we need to cope with the pressure in the competition. And with that, as we cope with the pressure in the competition, we will be able to survive. Because if you will just be content with your current status and you will not go with the flow, you will not be innovative, then chances are your product will not survive the market. And what are some reasons why innovations fail? One, poor leadership. If you don't lead your your group properly, so that includes you being the one who heads everything, then there will be chances of failure in your innovation. Per organization, you don't know how to organize your thoughts, you don't know how to organize your people, you don't know how to organize your activities, you don't know how to organize the flow of your product or how your product will be produced, then that may also lead to failure. Poor communication. So as I have mentioned earlier, communication must always be open. So if you cannot give a good open communication to your group, then that may also lead to failure in innovation. Why? Because people might not understand what you want to come up with, or people might just guess on what you are thinking or what you want to come up with. And poor empowerment. You don't exercise the authority that is given to you, so that is somehow related to poor leadership. Then poor monitoring of results. So you don't just sit down and relax. Whenever innovation is implemented, you must monitor your results. You must see, is the innovation introduced working in the market? Is it working for the company? Is it working for the group? Next, research and development efforts are not guided by marketing research, manufacturing capabilities, and skills. So when you do research and development, make sure it will be guided by marketing research. Then mere imitation, copy without any increase in value. So remember, as we have been seeing in the previous discussions, your product may not be new. It may be a product that is already existing. But if you will just merely imitate, you will just copy without introducing something new, then definitely you will not survive. Why? Especially when you are new, when you are a new player in the market, people will always patronize the products that they have been familiar with already. So the key there is, whenever we want to introduce a product that is already existing in the market, we must introduce something new. And that is where innovation will come in. And then third, customers are not yet ready for such innovation. So what is the last line there? Customers are not yet ready for such innovation. This will happen if research and development was not done properly, meaning we did not foresee the desires of our customers. Remember, research and development must be guided by marketing research. So if we did not consider what the customers like, then your innovation will be useless because the customers will not be ready for such innovation. And then there are types of innovations. We have types of innovation. We have the first one, product innovation. So again, for the product innovation, we can simply put it, there must be something new and significantly improved in your product. Okay? So again, there must be something new. So if you have a product similar to some existing products already, The market must see something different in your product. And that difference in your product must be the reason why they will be curious on why they should buy or support your product. And that difference in your product must be very attractive, must be very enticing to the market. Next, process innovation. There must be new or significantly improved production or delivery method. Okay? So I think the line is very clear. So how you will be producing it, there must be an improvement on how you will deliver it. There must be an improvement. Again, innovation will be something that will make your product different from the rest. So if it's a process innovation, your process must be something different with the rest. And then marketing innovation, new marketing method involving significant changes in product design or packaging, product placement, product promotion, or pricing. Okay, so that's your marketing technique. I have mentioned in one of the videos before that sometimes if you have the same product, but if you have a very attractive packaging, that packaging itself is an innovation. That packaging itself may attract the market to support or buy your product. But not only the packaging is involved there, you have your product placement, you have your product promotion, or even the pricing. The pricing is very important because people nowadays would always look at the price tag of any product. If it is cheaper, then it is more enticing for them. If you are having the same product but your price is lower than your competitors, then there will be a great chance that people or the market will support your product. And then the last one is organizational innovation. Organizational innovation, new organizational method in business practices. So please just change the spelling there. That should be with the letter Z. New organizational method in business practices. Again, do not fear to introduce something new in your methods. Okay? You don't have to stick with what is really existing in the market or in the production or in the plants that are already big. You can learn from them, but you can introduce something new. So basically, when we say we are having an innovation, we are introducing something new. People or the market must see that your product is different from the existing products in the market. So that's all for Module 5, Unit 1.